Okay, it's rolling. This is a test still on 6/10/2020. Trying to see if I can get more data usage, more storage space. But let me continue with my topic and not bore you with technical difficulties. With it being 6/10/2020, Father's Day month, I discussed the 10 in the first segment of today. I discussed the 6, trying to become a 9. And what's the step after 9? I ended that last segment saying ABC. Well, ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Each one of those digits have reference to us as melanin dominant people. In dealing with the 10, are we that one? Dealing with all aspects of our divinity, or our spirituality, our intellect, our emotional and our physical, have we become that full sphere of awareness and consciousness? And I, as Father in nature, have taken on the responsibility to try to decode the Da Vinci Code. Tom Hanks and Ron Howard, Opie, Richie Cunningham, calcified pineal gland, my child, inbred mutant, and they're trying to send a message the best they can. And am I, as melanin man, understanding my role and responsibility far above and beyond the denotative level, but getting into the connotative? What is the innuendo? What is the real message being sent out? Not only through what has been preserved in his story, but what is our story? Oh, that's another circle, a full sphere. And our story, have we documented our stories, or are we just regurgitating or vomiting his story? Is that an ugly enough image? I mean, dealing with the mutant cop on the melanin dominant black man's neck. So I talked about Trump in the other segment, my Trump pet, having the neck on melanin dominant America. And how about if I just take the Massachusetts gold dome? Isn't that what dead slaveholders is based upon? Gold, quote unquote. But is it really, now that they're printing money that way, and with coronavirus? And so the message, can I use the gold dome as a knee pad and put it on the neck of my melanin recessive inbred mutant albino child with the calcified pineal gland, and say, hey, look, stop what? Infertility clinics up until the 70s, making black women infertile. That's my role and responsibility, is to revere the melanin woman. She is a goddess. She carried my big head. That's how I started this segment. Being that my father's little squirt, semen, finding my mother's egg, impregnating her. She carried me for 9 months. And here I am at 58, single, never married, no kids. And what's my role and responsibility in this lifetime under the melanin recessive inbred mutant albino with the calcified pineal gland value structure, where I'm not supposed to value myself, but value the church or an entity or energy outside of myself, and not value who I am as a divine number 1. And what's that number 2? Dealing with me and she, male and female. Revere the female woman, that all big heads came out of some woman's vagina. And you're gonna dehumanize the woman and, oh, was it Killing the Black Body? She talks about the white woman being docile, and I mean, some of the images, 5 minutes in. Let's deal with the white woman. Let's understand, wait a minute, I went to Morehouse. I tried to follow Nana's dream because, once again, the mutant albino wasn't allowing black women to be preachers, so Nana wanted to be that preacher. So I said, well, let me go to Morehouse following I Have a Dream, and that wasn't satisfying. 20 years with Master Heej and understanding myself, standing on the soil of the earth of the planet over at Fort Hill, Roxbury, allowing the energy to rise up into me and settle. That was much more spiritually fulfilling than the miseducation and self-hate at Morehouse. But Morehouse was across the street from Spelman. Oh, shit. Laura Spelman, Rockefeller's wife's maiden name. So did Rockefeller have some illegitimate black children? And was she talking about the number of black women becoming pregnant by their slave masters? So, wait a minute, Rockefeller, we deal with dead slaveholders, and he was in control of the economy in the 1929, 30s during the Depression. And what was that, Cinderella Man? Well, here's your Melanin Man. Cinderella Man was a boxer, and that movie came out too. I mean, more information, but are we understanding the messages, the connotations, and reaching into the absolute abstract of our own divinity? 7 minutes in. I am learning to relax and let the waters of the ocean run across me as a blade or as a grain of sand on the beaches of the universe, the beaches of this third planet away from the sun. That number 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and that 2, how is that drawn? Half a heart on a flat line? And so yin and yang, male and female, and then you look at the woman and her divinity, 1, 2, 3, A squared plus B squared equals C squared, quote unquote, Pythagorean theorem. But once a man understands how to be that crucifix and fold up into the cube, and the female is the crucifix that folds up into the cube, and she can produce another human, H-U-E, human being. It's my job as the black male to revere the female, male or female, because I am Father Nature. I am the one that inbred, that created the mutation, and I neglected my responsibilities. Oh, I don't want to raise that mutant child like the emblem of Boston Latin. Oh, Boston, intellectually astute. Latin, oh, Greek, and Romulus and Remus sucking on the breast of a wolf. And that's a calcified pineal gland or contained thought process. What do we have? The Pentagon. I made reference to the star. But that Pentagon, do we ever push out to reach the full 360 degrees sphere of all that there is? Light as a feather. the circle above the fallopian tubes after the male inserts, pull it in, pull it out? And are we reaching the liquid moisture of our pineal gland in our development, in our evolution? Oh, genetics. Wait a minute. How's the 8 drawn? You look at it a particular way. That could be DNA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 corners, the base. 5, what is that? A right angle at the top of half a circle. 6, the full sphere at the bottom of the stem. 7, a right angle at the top. 8, circle and circle sphere. 9, full sphere at the top of the stem. 10, you are that one that's completely that full sphere circle. And I'm listening to Dr. Joy DeGruy, the author of Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. So in dealing with trauma and mind control, and what was that in Born Ultimatum or Born Identity? What are you doing to me? But you chose this. This is your government. You elected Trump. No, I don't vote, but is this government sharing the information like WBZ or WGBH or PBS, the news you need to know now, by someone wearing a suit who's paid to read their script? Are we getting any level of consciousness from murder, death, kill, traumatization on your ABC, NBC News? And you know, as a young man, I talked about Morehouse and Spelman being named after the white woman. But what is the mindset of white women with dealing with very fertile black women? And I make reference to Spelman again because I was at Morehouse, but I took classes around One Life to Live, All My Children, so I could go hang out with all the high yellow honeys or the mixed children over at Spelman, them fine women like Felicia Rashad or Jada Pinkett or, you know, all the quote-unquote high yellow niggas. Oh, wait a minute. There's a mutant woman calling me, you ain't all that black. You high yellow too. Well, Nana would say, and I'm on her land, on her property, and John P. Fuller, he's 99 3/4 white. So, okay, Nana had sex with this 99 3/4, but she ran away from picking cotton to up here and sent me to Morehouse, and I'm over there trying to, and it wasn't satisfying, it wasn't fulfilling. And living in Atlanta, I'll suck your dick for $10. No, I'm Reverend Richie Osler Jr. No. But now I think, oh, damn, that's a good deal. But what about the self-esteem of the black woman? What is my role as Father Nature in revering melanin-dominant women to have the self-esteem to understand that they are divine energies? Am I going to find that partner or mate at 58, understanding herself, reaching this level of relaxation and becoming an undivided individual? Okay, that's 15 minutes. I hope it recorded and I can get it up on YouTube. You don't need to hear all of that, but think it's not illegal yet. You don't like my music, you don't have to use it. Funkin' is a thing that all of us release. Peace.